Today we'll be taking a look at a professional match of StarCraft 2, a highlight game from the GSL finals recently, recommended to me by some of you beautiful viewers. The map is Gresvan. In the bottom right corner here, the red Terran terror that you know and love. It is Maru. And his bug-flavored opponent, the blue Zerg here spawning into the upper left corner, it is Dark. Maru versus Dark. Need I say more? Fan favorites on both sides of the arena this day. And two legends in their own right. I wonder what is in store. What made this game so recommended to me? Could it be Maru's double racks opener here? Going for what is potentially Reapers, what I thought was going to be called the Byun style for all eternity here. Single gas opener, double racks, Reaper pressure, maybe just slight though, if I had to guess. It doesn't strike me as an all-in kind of play. It's more just something to keep the Zerg honest, something to keep the Zerg respectful of the Terran's power. Am I right, Terrans? Is that not why we open Reapers? Dark not going to be caught completely unaware, though, as he did remember the existence of a spawning pool. So there will be Zerglings out. Will they be out in time? I don't believe Maru did. No SCV scout off of this, so the Reaper is going to get the first glance at what the Zerg has been up to. Dark, the timing, sending the drone down just before the Reaper gets here. Starting that third base, feeling a little confident. The Ling's going to respond. A little bit of defense. Trying to pull back the injured once the additional Lings come out. Now, unfortunately for Dark, though, this is not the only Reaper in play. Reaper number 2 makes its way over to the third base, while Reaper number 1 taking a bit of a risk there. Almost getting put down by the Queen. Speaking of Queen, get off my creep. To find the third Reaper, actually. Oh, grenade bounce. Do not tell me Maru actually gets the cancel on this. 2 queens to get there so slowly. Maru being annoying. He's gonna get the Reapers back up into the natural. The drone's now in peril. Behind this, he is making a command center. He is making a factory. As I said, this is not an all-in play. This is just an incredibly annoying play. 2 drones go down. Is he trying to focus fire? He is. He gets 4 before the Queens finish off the Reapers. 4 drones in total. No Lings? Really? Wow. Okay, I gotta hand it to Dark, actually, there. Yeah, losing 4 drones sucks, sure. Nobody wants to do that, but to not lose any Zerglings? Okay, and the third base is still alive. Yeah, a bit bruised, a bit beaten down, but hey, it's fine. It recover. They self-repair, right? So what's the play from here? Dark just trying to make sure that Maru actually has some defenses. Very almost unlucky Marine there. Almost unlucky Marine. How are your rally points set? Yeah, okay. As long as they don't all pop out at the same time, I think that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, they're all a bit staggered, so that's okay. Now, third CC play from Maru. We're also seeing Banshee. Was that cloak? It was a fake cloak. while Dark was scouting with the Overlord, Maru researching from the tech lab just to cancel it. On Dark's side of the map, how's the Zerg doing? What's the Zerg plan looking like? It's roaches, which, if you are surprised, I'm not sure why. Spore crawlers going up in the bases, in the mineral lines. The Banshee does complete, heads out onto the map. No cloak though, so only so much it can get done. Banshees are quite fragile in their existence. Very, I don't know, despite being, you know, made of metal, flying helicopter here, it's quite squishy, actually. Combat shield, siege tank, extra racks I see. Biotank play. Banshee does start picking off one drone, bruising a couple more. Lings, find a couple of Marines. That's annoying. Maru just sending out some Marines. Wow, should Dark have gone for the siege tank there? Like it probably would have meant the death of some Lings. I'm not sure there's enough Zerglings there. How's the Banshee picking off creep tumors? Okay. Why picking off creep tumors on this side, though? Planning to do a Marine hit over here? There you go. There's the answer. Maru looking to deny creep on both sides of the map here. Try and make sure that no matter what angle he wants to attack at, the avenue is creepless. Terrans, of course, hate anything related to creep. They don't want to be creeped out. They don't deal with creepy crawlies. They're just creeping it real. Actually, that's the Zerg. The Zerg's trying to creep it real. My bad. Double drop, just, again, being annoying. Dark. Bane Nest. Infestation Pit. Roach speed finishing up. The Infestation Pit I am not at all surprised about. I've been seeing this more from Dark and Solar, I want to say. That you can go Roaches in the mid-game against Terran, but you kind of need infestors to back them up because of fungal growth. Fungal growth, Ravager combo here. You pin down these Marines, these pesky Marines, and their medevac compadres, I suppose. You pin them all down and then you corrosive bile onto them. A good combo. Not as good as it used to be, though. How many of you remember when fungal growth was an actual root, not a slow? Jeez, I think the medevac took one of those. I'm sorry, that is a hive? Halfway done at 750. I stand corrected, Dark wasn't going for infestors. He was going for a quick hive. What's the play? What's the hope from the quick hive? Is it Vipers? Is it Ultras? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Medevac's gonna make their way over to the main base. Or at least the cloud of overlords that are up in the main base. Maybe try and draw some forces away. Additional medevacs. Where's the siege tanks? They're all on defense. Ugh, that's no fun. Maru just trying to make it work with only Marines. It's Adrenal and Vipers. Dark wants to make his Zerglings even scarier. Marines do cancel that hatchery, and they're really trying to go get the injured hatchery from before. Can they get it? They don't even care, just trying to get drones under spore crawler fire. So, it's adrenal glands. Oh. These are about to be some hungry Zerglings. Hide your board game, right? Maru, how are you going to deal with it? 2-2 on the way. Still just mostly biotank. I do see the Ghost Academy already coming up. And for the most part, Maru is being held back. Yes, this hatchery was canceled. This hatchery was also completely undefended. That was like the maybe if it works, I'll take it hatchery. Dark didn't really want the base yet. Now he's leaving some forces here, so that's at least an indicator that he actually cares about taking that base. Before, though, it was like any Gold Terran's third base. It's just kind of dead to them at first sight of enemies. This Banshee's still alive. 200 energy, 7 kills on it. Uh-oh. Nidus network. What's the play going to be there? Seeing some Lings checking around over here. We do have an OV in position over here. There's a bunch of turrets going up, though. The turrets have shown themselves. Ghosts, siege tanks, additional command center, the Maru move there. Get rid of these crit tumors, the Viper. Oh god, be careful with that. Way too many Zerglings are going to get here. Way not quick enough to save the hatchery, though. That's a good move from Maru, able to get rid of that. Resources lost, even for now, though. Neither one of them has really lost a whole lot yet. I'm assuming we're about to see that change, though, as Dark is, he's posturing. Siege tank set up just in time. There's not a whole lot for a wall here, though. The Bioforce is going to try and split the Banelings rolling in. Can they connect with the Marines? So far, the siege tanks have been evaporated. The Banshee is going to reign supreme. I don't think there's even anything that shoots up here from Dark. Or the Vipers. Parasitic bomb that Banshee. Oh. Double Spire. Upgrades galore on the way. Dark is recognizing Maru is shifting into his defensive posture. Command centers up in every direction. Siege tank production continuing. Hellbats, ghosts, mech upgrades. This is going to be a game. Dark is going to have to try and break through Maru's cost-effective choice here to turtle up. Hide behind the planetaries, the tanks. The Nidus Worm actually is going to complete here, which I'm not even sure Dark was quite ready for. I don't think there were any Zerglings in there right away. The Worm is going to be destroyed, not before a few Zerglings get out, though, into the main base. Can they pick off the SCVs? Additional Worm. Not sure about the location, though, Dark. It's all just a distraction for not much over here. 9 SCVs went down in total. Will it burn? I think so. 10? No. Maru notices. Says, I'm not gonna try and fix that. Instead, let me just slap down a new one in the same location. Heard a ghost snipe, not sure what against, but that Nidus Worm is going to be denied. Dark going to have to find his opening elsewhere. Upgrades again on the way for Maru, keeping up with the 3-3. Dark's 3-3 for the Lings is actually about to finish up, though, and we have a Greater Spire on the way. Did anyone have Broodlords on their bingo card? Possibly. I wouldn't blame you with these two. Frequently the games go long like this. Maru gets a little turtley. We need Broodlords, we need Infestors. There's even a Hydra Den on the way, which is a choice. Maru going to be able to deal with most of these forces, it looks like. Just pull back onto the creep. The siege tank support coming in handy right there. Try and wrap around. It's a little tough to wrap around when there's missile turrets on the front line. This hatchery, I think, is toast. There's only 5 drones at it. The hatchery goes down. Does Maru back up? I think you do. I think you just back away. You say, that's a win. I take that. Because you know Dark is going to be angry. Dark is going to feel slighted. Nuke on the way here. Nuclear missile at the ready. He's got plenty of ghosts. The question is where? Where will you nuke? This might be one of the more ambitious hatcheries. Single Marauder. Can he deal with it in time? That's gonna be close. I don't think he'll get it. But it won't get much out. The timing. Maru pushing on to the bottom side of the map here. Dark gonna have to respond. Lingbane Ravager is the play. The siege tanks set up. defensively, very nicely, very cinematic-esque composition here. Corruptors. Dark actually pushing into the middle, trying to cut the forces in half. The Bane's gonna roll towards the siege tanks on the right. The Lings, Ravager's gonna try and get the medevacs over here. Holy medevac, by the way. How many medevacs is it? 8. It's got 8 medevacs, all of them right here. Ah, yes, the Venn diascan. To make sure we really see what's in the middle there. Nuke launched. Onto the base here. Dark does see it, though. Can he get all this out in time? All the Banes are going to get out. The Lings, barely. Not all of the Lings, it seems. Dark instead just going to try and go towards the top side of the map. Splitting off the Zerglings, trying to draw the siege tank fire. Does Maru commit over here? The 2 Marauders will get that done. The Bane. 15 SCVs go down. I don't think it's enough onto the planetary, though. Especially with reinforcements here. Maru going to save that planetary fortress. He did get the hatchery in the bottom part of the map here. And now Dark has freed up supply for his true desire. Broodlords are making their appearance. We're still only at 2 Vipers? 2 Vipers. I'm not sure I would feel comfortable trying to fight this with only 2 Vipers. Dark is a madman. But if anybody can make it work, I think it's Dark. Getting rid of the siege tanks. Some of the siege tanks. Not all of the siege tanks. This is a really good spot. Terrans, take a picture. Take a screenshot of this. That's a great form for the siege tank there. Oh. I heard it. The ghost died. Only one of the ghosts. There's 12. Maru. Bio Ghost Mech Turtle Mode. It's not really a composition. It's not really a style anymore. This is just Maru. We have smart servos on the way. Thors are here. He must have seen the broods. I can't think of much else you'd suddenly be making Thors for in this match. Like, yeah, they're durable. Sure, they're great against a lot of what Zerg has. Thors are really strong. But the Thors in their cannon mode, plus Ghost Snipe, can really shut down Broodlords. You see Broodlords and your first thought might be, oh, I need Vikings because they can't hit back. Well, actually, I think Thors are probably the better choice. Even for you low-level Terrans. If you're struggling with Broods, Thors are a good pick. Thor Viking. Ooh, if you can get both. My goodness. Command centers up in every direction. How many command centers you got, Maru? Uh-oh, Nidus Worm to support the Broodlords. 6, 9, 11 command centers. Plus 2 more on the way. Maru could have 13 command centers total. Finally cleaning up these offensive missile turrets. The Nidus Worm is allowed to live for a few seconds. I had to say something. I must have drawn attention to it. I'm sorry, Dark. Thors have entered the composition. 11 SCVs went down, not sure where. Hell, like, at this point it could have even been Maru himself, because you're just freeing up supply for army units. Terran, of course, have one of the biggest advantages in this late game style in that mules exist. Like, how do mules help? How are mules an advantage, Indigos? Well, at this point in the game, you have so many command centers. As I said, Maru rocking 13 command centers here. How many of those are orbitals? It's 8. 8 orbital commands. That's a lot of mules. With enough mules, you actually don't need SCVs. Snipe onto the broods. There's the fungal growth. You need to damage the ghost to interrupt it. Not all of them going to be damaged, though. Broodlord Infester. Oh, EMP just a little too late. The Viper's gonna be picked off here. Parasitic Bomb gets 1 medevac. Maru. Rejoining his forces, there's Hydralisks on the way. Okay. Does he have a lurker den? No, these are just Hydras. I'm very curious to see what these are going to be used for now. Like, I have Broodlords, Infestors, and Banelings. What do I need? The rest of us are like, Ultras, maybe? Dark's like, no. Hydras. I need Hydralisks. Okay, you're the pro. I'm just gonna watch, thank you. Yeah, they can add a bit of a nice DPS backbone, but against things like Ghost, Thor, Tank... Wait, speaking of which, Maru completely transitioned into the Ghost mech style. He's gotten rid of all the Marines, most of the Marauders, Ghost, Hellbat, Thor, Tank, Dark, rolling the Banes in, though, fungal growth onto some of the Ghosts. The Thor's trying to hold the front line, snipes in every direction. Most of the energy is gone for the Ghosts, though. But any Zerg worth their weight in gold knows Ghosts don't need energy to be good. Ghosts, the scary end-all be-all of Terran's late game. Maru? Still? Really? 10 orbitals, 4 planetaries, 2 more command centers on the way. 16 total command centers. I feel like that's the real question, the real bingo we have to ask. All he saw was the Liberators. That's not worth it. What was I saying? The real bingo of Maru versus Dark is how many command centers can Maru make in one game? You can place your bets now. You can ask yourself the question, do you think he will hit 20? He's at 16 right now. What? Ah, sacrificial medevacs, of course. Dark not taking the bait, though. Instead, actually might lose some of these Broodlords. The Liberator's going to set up fungal growth onto a few of the Ghosts. Liberator range on the way. Despite being in anti-air range, the Liberators know their purpose. We're still anti-ground units. SCV's in peril over here. A command center falls. Dark, how could you? We're trying to see how many Maru can get. Although maybe that will encourage Maru. If he loses 1 command center, perhaps 4 will take its place. Lingbane Hydra, an actual composition I recognize up here in the right, doing some damage. Maru uncaring though. Another nuke flies onto the hatchery. Liberators freeing the larva from existence. I don't think this kills the base. Not enough damage. Oh, it's gonna kill some drones though. How rude. Maru looking to be in a good spot for this game so far. He's been clearing bases. He's been denying drones. Both sides of the map. Yes, he just took some damage though. Not immortal. But immortal enough, perhaps. How many Thors? 9. 9 Thors. Thor, Hellbat, Ghost, Liberator. That is a composition I do not advise anybody watching this video to try, because it's probably way too much to control. Snipes galore, denying the Hydras. Why are there Hydras again? I mean, yeah, high DPS, a little bit of range, sure. Very fragile though, glass cannons those Hydras are. Oh, we squaring up here. Dark might try to set up an arc, fungal growth onto the Liberators. Freedom frequently countered by mushrooms, yes. Uh-oh. Liberator's able to set up, though, and there's no way to wrap around over here. Ling's gonna get a planetary fortress in the upper right. Command center count check after the fight. Fungal growth onto most of the Terran army here. Neural onto the Thors. Ghost's gonna deal with that, though. A fungal growth, but there's nothing else here. Maru clears the board. clears the deck of Zerg forces. There is only 4 infestors to Dark's name. And Maru is going to take the game. I don't know how they do it. My gosh, what a match. From initial Reaper pressure to bio drops into the famed Ghost Mech late game. Maru takes the match strongly, confidently. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I hope you have a great day.